Welcome everyone, I'm Russell Alexander. We often cover family law matters and related topics from one of our office locations, usually one of the boardrooms. However, in light of Ontario's state of emergency, I'm coming to you from my home office with the help of my daughter Sarah, who's filming today. Our team continues to serve clients virtually to ensure the safety of our staff, clients, and the public. During the lockdown, we encourage everyone to stay at home and follow Covid-19 safety protocols. You can visit more about the steps we're taking to deal with Covid-19 at our Divorce Information Center at russellalexander.com. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Should Dad's Scamdemic protest activity disqualify him from exercising in-person parenting time? In this case, the parents had a 4-year-old child, lived together only briefly. They separated when the child was 3 months old. They had managed to agree to a parenting schedule whereby the father parented the child 6 nights out of 14. However, starting in May 2020, the mother refused to allow the father to exercise any of his parenting time in person, having learned that the father was participating in large anti-government protests. The court explained the scenario. The mother refused to allow the father in-person parenting time with the child beginning on May 8, 2020, after she learned that the father's gathering in large crowds to challenge government and public health measures taken around the COVID-19 pandemic. She was concerned that the father's behavior would expose the child through him and her contacts, including her elderly parents and other immune-compromised family members, to COVID-19. The court record established that the father refers to the pandemic as Scamdemic. He has organized and participated in public protests against the government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. On social media, he encourages his followers to reject the new normal and criticizes the World Health Organization as corrupt, alleging it must be held accountable for the genocide against humanity. He has been interviewed by local media sources who has identified him as a protest organizer. He claims that the deaths from the flu shots are greater than the deaths from COVID-19. He admits to hugging strangers and wears a shirt that says, "Hugs over masks." The mother brought an urgent motion to the court asking for interim custody on the basis that the father was rejecting the seriousness of the pandemic. Although she did not dispute that he was a loving father and could appropriately care for the child, she felt he was acting irresponsibly during the pandemic and was putting the child at risk. In response, the father downplayed the risk to his unconventional views and behavior, claiming that the child was at low risk of contracting COVID-19. He pointed out there was no criticism about his parenting skills per se. However, he was unwilling to commit, to the court or otherwise, that he would adhere to public health guidelines with respect to COVID-19, including mask wearing requirements. He relied on the assertion that, as a health and wellness coach, he was in overall good health. If you're enjoying this video and find it helpful, you can give it a thumbs up or leave a comment below. The court granted the mother's request on a temporary basis, ordering that the child was to be primarily resident with her. She was also entitled to have sole interim decision-making authority for the child on all major decisions regarding health, medical care, schooling, and extracurricular activities. In making this order, the court emphasized that, especially during the pandemic, it's important for well-being of the child that she obtain love and guidance and emotional support from both parents. There is accordingly a presumption that existing parenting arrangements and schedules will continue, but with whatever modifications were necessary to ensure that all COVID-19 precautions are adhered to. Indeed, many recent Ontario court decisions on this issue have pointedly confirmed that parents are expected to follow all COVID-19 protocols, including hand washing, physical distancing, and limiting exposures to others. In light of the father's unwillingness to do so, and in view of his position on Scamdemic, the court made the following ruling. Found that the father was not prepared to follow COVID-19 protocols in the future, and that he demonstrated no parental insight or COVID-19 awareness. The father is aware that his behavior has led to the wife suspending what has been significant parenting time with the child. Despite the government and public health messages about the risk of the COVID-19 pandemic, and despite the wife's clear act in face of her concerns, despite the case law that suggests the courts would take COVID-19 seriously, the father had preferred his agenda, politicizing the virus, over his parenting time with his son. In those circumstances, given the father's complete failure and unwillingness to follow COVID-19 protocols, now or in the future, the court ordered on a temporary basis that the child's primary residence shall be with the mother. The father was allowed video-only parenting access for the time being. Moreover, his in-person parenting time could not be resumed on the condition that unless the mother agreed, or if she did not agree, then only after the father applied for further court order, either producing negative COVID-19 test results or proving he had self-isolated for 14 days. He would also be required to begin following and commit to continue to follow government and public health protocols with respect to COVID-19. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up to let us know. You can subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notification every time we upload a new video. Thank you for watching.